Hey, you're not late. I just finished setting up. So, no, you're not late at all. Um, so yeah, let's get this show on the road. Come on. There we go. How are you doing? You doing alright? So I'm just going down the list, working on these pretty much in order. And the first one for today is Dino Art 65's OC Arthur catching a Starly. And I know this isn't typically how catching a Pokemon is shown, but I thought it would be cute this way. Can you hear me all right? Um, uh, what's up? You doing all right? I don't know. Um, this says my stream is going well, so I think you're probably just busy. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I thought you seemed busy. But, yeah, it ended up working out great. We went to the store and, I got everything I needed to make my bread. And, that is currently sitting covered in the microwave, rising. So I'll check on it after the stream, because it should be good then. But yeah, that's what's going on. 3, 1, 2, 3. There's our cute little Starly. Now Dino did say that his Starly is a girl, so I have to be careful and put a little less white on the head. I think I'm gonna make her look a little bit cuter too. There we go. Let's give her some nice wide eyes. And there's her beak. We're gonna turn it up just a little bit. Oh, cool. We're streaming at the same time. I didn't plan on that. One of these days I've got to catch one of his streams just because I'm curious about what he does. But yeah, one of these days I gotta catch his stream, and I just said that. So, but not tonight. I still have little bits of dough under my fingernails, so drawing is just a little uncomfortable right now. But I'll clean my nails really nice tonight. There's her wing and her feathers. Hey Aqua, how are you doing? You doing alright? Anything new? I'm just going to shorten his forearm a little bit. There we go. Right now I'm working on a drawing of Arthur catching a Starly. And since this Starly is a girl, I made her white marking smaller and made her eyes very cute. Well, as cute as I could get them. But, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Anything new? Oh, cool. I'm glad you'll be getting your Funko Pops soon. I know those are really popular, and they are kind of cute, so that's cool. I'm glad you'll have them soon. Let's try to make Arthur's. That is not the way I wanted to draw the face. There we go. The placement of the brow bone and the cheekbone were really off. So let's see, I think this is how they draw the eyes in Pokemon. I don't know. Aw, cool! Let's see. I don't know, there was a really long silence there, I'm sorry. I don't mean to give you guys so much dead air time. But, yeah. Thanks, I'm glad it looks nice. Since I want to do a little more refining on the other one that I prepped, I'm probably gonna try to spend an hour on this one. But that gives me a lot of stuff that I can do because we're 10 minutes in. And that's pretty cool. Alright, so there's Arthur, there's the Starly. There's his vest. And I'll draw his pants up here. There we go. And let's make sure all these lines are filled in. Okay, all the lines are filled in, so... And then I'm going to shrink my selection by 2. There we go. New layer. And I'll just fill it with a mid-tone gray or something. For now. There we go. And let's go to our reference and pull up the Starly. There we go. Alrighty, let's set our reference to canvas. And that sounds like a good idea, Sir Kunamet, working on the occupations more. Let's see, background color. I'm just gonna go with a darker gray. So there's Starly. color her in nice and cute. Okay, I completely misjudged how I was supposed to draw her, but I have time to redraw her, so. Let's see. That was my other computer giving me a Discord notification. Hold on, let me mute it. Mute. There we go. So yeah, let's get up here on the line art layer and let's fix this. There we go. There we go. And I'm just gonna give it a little bit of an eyebrow. Not much, but just enough. And then there's the little bit on the beak. There we go. And I forgot the little circle on the front, so I'll add that. There we go. And now let's find our reference for Arthur. Thanks, I'm glad you liked the Starly. Really? I could have sworn. Alright, well, I'll check my finished requests. I hope I didn't transfer all my drawings of Arthur onto my onto my archive flash drive, but we'll see what's here. If not, I'll just re-download it from DeviantArt. Alright, I'll re-download it from DeviantArt. Okay. I have to go over to requests. Sorry, kneading dough is pretty tough work. Takes a while. Like, honestly, most bakers are pretty strong. 'Cause you have to be. That's why having a bread machine is useful if you don't have a lot of upper body strength. I mean, I weigh enough that I can cheat it, but still. Let's see, somewhere in here is my drawing of Arthur. There it is. So I'm just gonna save this as that. And open it up in Fire Alpaca. Hey Paint Star, how are you? You doing alright? Let's see. There's my old drawing of this character. Glad to hear it. Anything new and exciting going on? Or even just anything new? I might go a shade darker on his skin. There we go. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear you're doing good. Oh, sorry. Oh, wait. For a second I thought you were like, I'm doing good. Oh, wait, no. But, sometimes no news is good news. Let's see, what color did I color Arthur's eyes again? The same green as his shirt. There we go. Let's see. There's his shirt sleeves and his vest, his hat. And his belt. And his jeans. There we go. Alright, let's see what would be a good kind of lighting to give them. First let's duplicate this layer, and then I'll hit Protect Alpha, and then I'm going to take a nice dark color probably a desaturated warm color. And I think it would suit this picture to have him hanging out in a tree line or something, so, or underneath some trees. So I'm going to first block out the normal shading. Well, no. I'll block out the areas that I think will have least shading. And I'm gonna go over this with a few different texture brushes. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, we're 20 minutes in and making some really good time on this. There we go. So now I have a leaf brush in here somewhere. There we go. Let's lower the scatter strength a bit. Keep the particles nice and random. and make it bigger. I'll make this even bigger over here. There we go. And now I'm gonna take this color, maybe make it a bit darker, and add a little more texture. Oh, I didn't want to hit protect alpha. There we go. I'll clip this layer. I didn't use any tool for the lighting. What I did was I took a couple different texture brushes and I used my transparency to erase where I had the shadow. See? This layer's just shadow. And then I used different texture brushes to erase where I didn't want shadow. If that makes any sense. So I just need to define the shape of his face a little bit more. Yeah, it's a really useful technique. There we go. And now if we hit overlay, or maybe multiply, there's a few different ways to make your shading look like shading. Hard light could be a good one. Yeah, I like hard light on a higher, well, about a mid-level opacity. So there we go. And if I wanted to even, I could duplicate, well, not that layer. I could duplicate this layer. And I think I'm gonna feather it out a bit. So filter, blur, and we'll play around with how blurry we want this. I do like it around a 29, so I'm gonna go with that. Esther says hi. I don't know if you guys heard her. She really wanted to eat my dough while I was making it. She's a little stinker sometimes. Yeah, I was talking about you. Hey, kitty kitty. Thanks. The eraser is actually one of my favorite tools for shading. Or at least the paint with alpha thing. Ay, 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 ay. That would be a really irritating how to draw series. Paint with alpha, with like alpha 5. I don't know. I don't know where my brain is today. But, yeah, now I can make this smaller. And just add some spots of white light there. Kitty, no. She's getting better at listening. So is the dog. Alright, so let's try soft light. And that's not really showing up, so let's try hard light. And then we'll duplicate this and blur it out. Maybe not that much, but maybe about an 8. There we go. And then I can take this and use that just to barely define the harder areas of light. My day's pretty good. Dad let me drive the car a little bit, which was nice. Their car is a bit more responsive than the one I'm used to. But, yeah, if anyone asks, my dad says that I am, in fact, a good driver. So, everything that I have been telling people is true. Let's see. Let's make a nice forest in the background. But, yeah, we went to Publix and we got the stuff that I needed. We got the stuff that I needed to make my bread. So, like I said, that's in the microwave rising. And I will check on it. After the stream, or at least after I post everything from the stream. Come on, this is how I draw a straight line in this program, right? There we go. Alright, and then I'm gonna add another one. Maybe not at that angle. There we go. We'll put a branch here. And a branch here. And then I'm going to duplicate this layer and transform it so that it is in the back. Flip. Rotate. Don't want to lock corner. Let's lock center. Stretch it out quite a bit. Duplicate. Let's see. Flip horizontally. Move it this way. There we go. So that's going to be in the very back. This is going to be in the very front. And now to edit the tone curves. How was your day so far? There we go. Filter. Tone curve. Break it down. A little more. There we go. And then lastly, filter. Tone curve. Down just a little. Alright, so now we can take some very light brown and add the shading here. Thanks, I'm glad you like it. That makes everything look like fall. That's not really what I'm looking for. I'll use my texture brush for this. There we go. There we go. Select a color here. Make it something like this on this layer. And then I'm probably gonna tweak the hue quite a bit. There we go. That's a better in-between color. There we go. What to talk about? Anything new? There we go. Let's blur this out a whole lot, so filter, blur quite a bit. Not that much. Just enough to kind of suggest it's a tree that exists. Filter, blur. Depth of field is your friend. Oh, sorry your stomach feels bad. Have you eaten? All I've had today was a bag of chips, so I'm like, that sushi in the fridge is calling me. And then I just want this tree to be blurred out just a little. And then let's go in with some gradients. There we go. And then maybe a light yellow if I zoom out and just barely hit it in there. There we go. And then on this one and the next one I'm gonna tweak the hue. Huh, potato wedges and spicy chicken strips. That sounds good. Well, sometimes it just says no for some reason. Let's try it again here. There we go. Desaturate it quite a bit. Maybe not that bright. Not that dark either. There we go. And then for these, I want to take the hue. Not straight green. mess with the saturation. Don't want to bring the brightness up, but I don't think bringing it down is right either. But it does look pretty good around 93%, so I'll keep it around 93%. Yeah, that could be it. So now I want to blend out on the gradient using whatever brushes I have. That's more of a border brush. Let's try my wildflower brush. That'll give it some interesting shape. I want to reduce the brush spacing, keep up the rotate random a little bit more, and see what's going on here. There we go. There we go. Now let's blur this out nicely. Yeah, I think that could make you not hungry. Didn't want to tweak the hue, I wanted to blur it out. Just enough to imply a texture. Alrighty, next layer. Gonna make it a little more saturated over here. There we go. And maybe I'll add some dots of yellow with my flower brush. There we go. And then I'm gonna blur this out. Maybe after I add some leaves. And I think I will use my leaf brush for these leaves. So. There we go. And then a nice yellow over here. And yeah, now I think we're getting about good to blur this out. Oh, cool. Hey Dino, I'm glad you made it. Sorry I didn't acknowledge you earlier. Let's just blur this out enough to create a little bit of an illusion of depth of field. Aw, her nickname is Amelia. That's adorable. Alright, let's add some more leaves around these trees. I'm really just trying to layer all this. There we go. Some little dots of yellow. Aww. He gives all his Pokemon nicknames. That's cool. And let's go a little bit paler here just to deepen the light and shadow. And I'm just gonna blur this out a whole lot less. There we go. And then last layer of the background. Alrighty, let's add some larger leaves on these trees. There we go. Yeah, thanks. You've helped me keep this kind of energetic and stuff. Thank you. Yeah, it does. So now, let's just add a little bit of lighting on some of these leaves. There we go. And I think those look good the way they are, so I'm not going... Well, I might blur them just a teeny tiny bit. Okay. So now on top, let's add a little foliage and stuff. Maybe that'll help. I hope it does. There's right there. Yeah, I hope you feel better too. I still haven't gotten used to these stock brushes. But let's see if we can't get some good use out of them. Nah, that's not working. These really are meant to do borders. Oh well. Thanks, I'm glad you like the brush effects. Although I do have my flower brush that does a pretty cute rainbow effect. Yeah, let's put some flowers on these bushes. And let's see. Thanks, I'm glad you like how it looks. I'm trying to fill up time here because while I have one more prepped, I can't get it done in 15 minutes. Nah, that's not looking alright. Okay. Maybe I can... You know what? I can add some eye shines to him. So let's go all the way back up to our pen. There we go. And I think I'll add a couple more shiny bits to the bird. Just to make her really cute. And then I'll add some textures on top. Don't want to overlay it that strong. Actually, I like the effect that screen does on this. Kind of unifies the color scheme. There we go. So let's try doing a layer in the opposite colors. Let's see. I used cloud for that, so I'll use sand for this. And overlay, but not too strong. Maybe dodge? No. Soft light. That makes it look like it's at night. Let's try saturation, I guess. Nah. It's really important to learn how your layers work. Even though clearly I haven't taken enough time to do that. I don't think that's wrong. I think that helps you know best how his teams are gonna work. You know what? Maybe if I overlay that, and even though that makes it look at night, I have filter hue. Brighten it up a whole lot. Saturation down. And I can use this to warm it up quite nicely. There we go. And now that looks like it's got some film grain effects on it. Anything else I plan on doing for this stream or in general? Because I guess I can start cleaning up the other sketch I had prepped. So I'll just open that one up and get to work on it. Yeah, you can see why I wanted to clean this sketch up before I streamed it, but I can stream cleaning it up here. So let's take any one of my pencils, which I don't even have to take them, I just have to, or I can sketch with anything, but I can turn down my correction. Okay, so in general, I want to finish the dolls. Even if I can't finish them up enough to actually donate them while I'm here, I was gonna give them to my local Goodwill anyway. But yeah, I need to finish rerouting that one doll and actually reroute the second one. Working on dolls is oddly creepy because, like, the one that I haven't rerouted yet, I went ahead and I painted her scalp in about the color her hair is gonna be. And then I propped her up to dry, but in order to reach everything I need to reach, I had to detach the heads from the dolls. So I do have more than one doll head on a stick, which is kind of creepy. But, you know, that's just the nature of working with dolls. Yeah, I plan on giving them some new faces because I had to use acetone to wash off their paint from before I painted them. And, well, I was planning to give them new faces anyway. So I cleaned off their faces with acetone, and now their faces, they don't have any faces. So I have to go in and I have to paint some new eyes and eyebrows and lips, and then And then I have to make them some clothes. So that should take a fair amount of time. Erin wanted me to teach her to sew. Or my stepmom wanted me to teach her to sew. Her name is Erin, but so I'm probably going to delegate my larger projects to her, while I draw up some patterns and take the doll's measurements and stuff, because sewing tiny is hard. So I have a couple of larger projects that I'm gonna delegate to her once I cut out the pattern pieces. And then like, I'm going to cut out the pattern pieces. I still need to take both of our measurements for them, but I will be able to guide her through sewing them. Alright, see you later, Dino. Have a good time. So yeah, I have a couple of sewing things I want to get done. I still have to talk to my uncle because we were gonna go skating either tomorrow or Friday. So yeah, I've got a few more things I'm gonna do in general. They're not. I was just trying to figure out how to get them both on the camera at first, but if you want to ascribe a reference to anything, I guess you could say they're... Yeah, no, they're not a reference to anything, but I did watch the Rocky movies several times growing up, so they could be a reference to that without my realizing it. You know? So let's see, there's Jason. I don't think they are, though. I'm just gonna draw his other eye kinda swollen because I plan on putting a big fat bruise there. But yeah, I just have 6 more minutes to work on this request with. I'm glad laying on your stomach is working. That's good. I need to figure out how to make it look like he's really ticked off. So there's his face, and his ear, and his hair. There we go. Alrighty, it is... Do you guys mind if I cut this off 5 minutes early? 'Cause, I mean, I'm basically out of stuff I can finish doing. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it off 5 minutes early. And, I'll see you guys next week. Have a nice week. Bye.